Hi friends. Hi friends. Myself Nijay Gupta, and on behalf of Patwari Academy, I'm going to discuss about topic 6, that is of trade finance, that is of Incoterms 2020 by ICC Paris. So to understand Incoterms is very important. In olden days, Incoterms used to be known as terms of shipment. So what is this basically is all about? Incoterms 2020, the latest one, prescribed by International Chamber of Commerce, ICC Paris, and Incoterms stand for International Commercial Terms. Basically, what happens when there are two different traders from two different countries? They negotiate for the costing and the pricing. Like, for example, there is a seller in India or the buyer in Dubai. They have a problem in terms of communication, that who is going to do what. So Incoterms basically divides the duties and responsibilities between the seller and the buyer. So if they have a communication issue, for example, the Indian seller may not know the English, whereas the Dubai buyer may not know the Hindi as well as English. And so how to conclude the deal? And that helps through the Incoterms. See, this was initiated by ICC Paris in the year 1936. So now it is used in almost all the 200 countries doing the international trade. So basically, if we say FOB, suppose the Indian exporter says FOB to buyer in Dubai. So it is understood that he will ensure that the goods are kept on the board of the ship and his duty is over once the goods are kept on the board of the ship. Then the duty of the buyer starts, that he has to pay for the voyage freight and he has to arrange for the insurance of the voyage. That's the basic issue. Coming to the next part. So whatever seller has given like FOB, but if the buyer says, no, you pay the freight, you pay the insurance, then the seller is free to charge whatever additional is asked by the buyer. So basically, this is not only to divide the duties and responsibilities, it is also to charge whatever additional has been asked by the buyer to do it for him. Globally, the ICC Paris. So basically, this serves to solve. There are total 11 terms of Incoterms which are published by ICC Paris. Okay, it's very interesting, and most common among them is FOB, CFR, and CIF. So let's go further. Okay, so now if you see this Incoterms which has been written in 2020, the green color and the blue color. Blue color means when the goods are sent by ship, and green color means omni-modal, which can be anything other than by ship. It means it can be by air, it can be by truck, rail, air, whatever it is, not assured. So for all shipments by ship, it is covered through the blue one, like FAS, FOB, CFR, CIF. And if you send by air, rail, truck, okay, then it is in the green, like FCA, CPT, CIP, DPU, DAP, DDP. Xworks is common. Xworks means it is at the factory of the supplier, that is the seller. So it means the seller says, I'm not interested to do much of the things. I will get you the ready-made packed goods. So as per your requirement, packing will be done. This includes the cost of the goods and the profit for the exporter or the seller. Anything extra you desire, you will have to pay for it. So X works. So if I give you an example like this, for example, if you look at this example, this is the best example I have given it here. Suppose there is an Indian exporter who wants to export the mobile from India to Dubai. And say, so suppose let's say that first they choose X works. X works means, and the factory is in Pune, for example. So he says, okay, you take the mobile from my factory in Pune, I charge you 25,000 rupees per piece, no issue at all. If the buyer is willing to take the delivery from Pune office, no issues, factory. But if he says, no, you ensure the goods are kept near the ship on the port of loading, so that then my ship can pick up and take it. This is fine, no issues. From Pune to Mumbai, Nhava Sheva port, he will arrange to supply the goods, and that would be known as free alongside ship, and he will charge 100 rupees per mobile more. But if the buyer says, no, you pay for the unloading of the goods on the ship also. No problem. You will arrange for the loading and unloading, that is called free on board of the ship. Okay. then he will charge another 100 rupees per piece. But if the buyer says you pay the freight also, no problem. Seller will pay, but he will charge, say, another 300 rupees per piece for the CFR, cost and freight. CIF means cost, insurance and freight. If the buyer says to pay for the insurance, he will pay the insurance, but in charge. So look at 25,700 becomes the CIF price. But if you look at the equivalent, like for example, if you are sending the goods by air, so FCA, free carrier, 25,200, which is equal to FOB, 25,200. CPT, carries paid to by air, 25,500 equivalent to cost and freight by ship. CIP, carries insurance paid, 25,700 equivalent to CIF, 25,700. It may be a little more here, but it's fine. Okay, it is just an example to make you understand. Then the bar in Dubai says, no, see, I'm trying to locate a factory in Sharjah. I put a board there, located a place, but factory is not ready, nothing is ready. So deliver at a place, unloaded. Keep your ship ready, keep your truck ready there and for the delivery, and we'll take it. But then there is an issue between the traders on this Incoterms, and which is creating little confusion between the seller and buyer. DPU is not becoming very friendly with the traders. What could be friendly like DAP, deliver at place? So the Dubai buyer says, I have a factory in Sharjah, you deliver at that place. They say, no issues, deliver at place, 25,800, it will take 100 rupees more for delivery at the Sharjah. But this is the extreme of ex-works. Okay, in ex-works, exporter is not doing anything. Here, importer is not willing to do anything. That is called delivered duty paid. He says, you come here, take the delivery of the goods, pay the local customs and other taxes, and then deliver at my factory in Sharjah, for example. So he says, fine, I'll do that. But the price is becoming 28,000 rupees per piece. See, Indian authorities like Reserve Bank of India does not like you to do this last. So last Incoterm is not very popular among the Indian traders, especially the exporters. Why? Because you need to pay the duties, clear the custom duties, and all this is an issue. Then, so let's take that you agree for 28,000 DDP. How do you find the equivalent dollars? So take the exchange rate, current exchange rate. This is a little old example, but it's fine. At 73.50, if $1 is 28,000 divided by 73.50, it gives you equivalent dollar of $380.95 per piece. Now, this plays a very important role. One, you know the price at which you have taken the dollar realization. Number two, when you realize this money from the bank, right? So what exchange rate the bank is giving you, it's very important and relevant. And that decides whether you make a profit or loss in the conversion. So you know the dollar equivalent, you know the rupee equivalent, you know the exchange. This plays a very important. So Incoterms, you know, very popular among India is mostly generally by the exporters. They prefer FOB because they get the incentives all on FOB also. And among the importers, they prefer CIF because they pay all the duties on CIF. So this is the way basically it works. Okay, so now again, if you look at this, another thing, another part of this, what are Incoterms don't cover? It doesn't cover the part like if you talk all Incoterms except C terms like CIP, CIF do not assign responsibility for arranging insurance like FOB, X-Works, FAS. There is no insurance there. Okay, then do not cover title of goods, property rights. Then possible force majeure situation doesn't cover like this: breach of contract, financial revenue recognition, specification of goods, custom duties and taxes, and any restrictions, embargo, sanctions, etc. etc. So Incoterms, let me tell you, plays a very important role in the international trade, and all people prefer to do the business through Incoterms, ICC, Paris, all over the world. Thank you very much, and remain in touch, and keep writing your questions, keep writing your doubts. Okay, thank you very much.